So here's Carjackers, a new film that is on Amazon Prime. Please allow me to give it the temporary moment in court it deserves with a few positives before I tell you why I think this is a contender for one of the worst movies of 2025. The movie is about a group of hijackers who work at a luxurious hotel, and during their lunch breaks they rob a car of one of the rich people who is a patron at this hotel. They do it a la the Fast and the Furious style, where they don't want to kill anyone, they only want the money so they can retire. The first scene introduces us to their nemesis, a mercenary who is really good at his job. You know this because he tells us that multiple times throughout. The shooting style is really nice. It's sleek, has nicely done cinematography, and is paced well enough in its setup. The lead character, named Nora, has a kind of charm about her that makes her somewhat likable. She has strong Brie Larson vibes here, and I'm not a hater of Larson like some people are. I mean in the way she presents herself. Stoic, rude, and really efficient at her job. The villain is not too bad either when we meet him at the start. You can tell this guy will bust someone up for just stealing chips from a poker table. And that's where the compliments stop, and this video stops being PG-13 because I'm going hog wild on this movie. Because the premise sounds so cool, a group of rebels who unite to rob the rich. This has vibes of the movie Heat, as well as Ocean's 11, The Italian Job, Bullet, and the already mentioned Fast and Furious movies. But this is another one of those movies that is a sneaky bad movie. One that may trick you into thinking it's just okay, like The Electric State. And Carjackers is right down there with that movie as an insult to the films it is paying homage to. The script completely falls apart after the first 20 minutes or so, and turns into a confused mess that causes characters to do things that make no sense to the plot, introduces a romance that didn't need to be in there, and did a great job of convincing me that the mercenary who is chasing them is the perfect specimen mix of the T-800, John Rambo, John Wick, and Jason Statham, who will do whatever the requirements of the plot are. I never talk spoilers when I review a movie, but fuck it. This movie is not good, so I need to tell you why it sucks. After the initial introduction, the villain stays at the hotel our heroes work at, and just keeps telling everyone that he is good at his job that he interviews. Meanwhile, our heroine meets a new coworker at the hotel who has a daughter, and he really likes her, so he gives her a candlelight dinner, and then they must have the best sex that has ever happened in the history of humankind, because all of a sudden they are in love after this magical night. Can I please see the video of this event? I think we need some lessons here. Our heroes begin talking about their last job and how it is their last heist before they retire, and they pick their target. And I was thinking it was going to be a showdown between these jackers and the mercenary in some kind of thrilling chases, maybe a stare down and some fist fighting, but nope. The film pulls a trick of sorts and introduces out of nowhere a woman who works at the hotel that we've never met getting sexually assaulted by some asshole American. And we see the hotel pay off a victim for her silence to protect their high-value client. This sends our lead heroine into some kind of rage where they decide then and there to spend their lunch break to rob him of his diamonds and to separate for a year after they have done it. These heroes know that our mercenary is there because one of them has been interviewed by him and know why they were spoken to by him. Yet this group of calculating and meticulous thieves decide, fuck it, we know this guy is 3 floors up from us looking at us, but we'll just rob this guy and disappear. What terrible writing. What proceeds is them ripping off the guy, a car chase scene with characters I forgot were even in the movie, then the American guy deciding to hire the mercenary to kill our heroes and that he put a tracker on his diamonds. What the actual fuck? We see our heroes take the diamonds out of the bag to examine them, and they didn't see a fucking tracking device in there, and they just decide to stay at some type of lake house for the night nearby, just to let us know that 2 of them are getting married, and that our heroine should track down her best sex ever and run away with him. She does exactly this, confesses to him that she is the thief, and she wants he and his daughter to run away with her. Even though they've known each other for like 4 days or something, and he is a widow who is raising a child no older than the age of 10. And you expect him to say, oh yeah, sure, I'll be on the run with you with my young daughter, even though you're probably going to be wanted by every law agency in Europe for the rest of your life. And I have to sleep with one eye open. But damn it, if you aren't amazing in bed, so sure, I'll join you. What a stupid fucking movie. Oh my God. Then our mercenary uses the tracker, finds all of our heroes either sleeping or bathing. He drowns our main heroine, then gets into a huge fist fight and a wrestling match with another one of them. Breaks his neck, but wait! Our heroine didn't drown at all. She just woke up in the bathtub because the script required that she did so. They didn't explain how she survived that, but okay. We then see, as she is sneaking out of the house with no shoes, that he has also killed the couple I mentioned earlier in their bed. Only after all this does she stop for a moment to put her shoes on outside, grab the diamonds, realizes that's how he found them, then she ditches the diamonds. What a fucking bunch of moronic simpletons. They were so smart and elegant at the beginning, but now they are just stupid because they need to be so we can have a serial killer chasing a final girl? When the fuck did this become a slasher movie? Next, our heroine goes to this old guy we saw one time earlier, like he's their mentor or something. He tells her to get revenge and make sure all these people are dead or she can't sleep at night. So you want her to go back to a place that is heavily guarded by people who have killed all of her friends and just kill the sexual assaulter and the mercenary? Well, that's exactly what she does. She goes to the hotel, finds our assailant with two girls who are underage in his bed, shoots him point blank in the face, which that's cool because fuck that guy, then goes to the office of the hotel manager to lure the mercenary. But whoops, the mercenary has a drop on her because he has her true love to use as a human shield. So now he makes our heroine drive all the way to some kind of beach house place where the money is stashed. And then a final battle happens, which I have to admit was the best part of the movie, but not for the reasons the film wants me to like it. It basically becomes the Terminator versus Sarah Connor. There's a chase, the villain gets stabbed in the leg, then there's a fight on the beach, and our heroine wins the fight after stabbing him in the chest. Then she pulls out the knife while he is lying on his back and stabs the fuck out of him with blood spraying everywhere. I loved it because the movie was so bad at this point. At least it ends as some kind of bizarre slasher movie with blood spraying everywhere. I will say that once they panned to the villain's face to show him dying, he had none of that blood spatter on his face and not much on his shirt either. With the amount of times she stabbed him, we should be looking at a crime scene that would make most people vomit. But oh well, I still loved it for some weird reason. The guy with the magical penis watches her do this, then says, fuck this shit, throws the bag of money down at her and walks away. And that's the end of the film. I don't know what they were thinking here with Carjackers. There is no insight into these characters. Like our heroine states that she's good at driving cars. But can we please understand how she is that way? She has scars on her stomach. Are you not going to give us anything here about that? Can we see these characters have some kind of relationship dynamic that makes me believe they are either friends or why they are such a successful unit? Who is this old man to keep visiting? Why the fuck was there a love interest in this movie? If you had to introduce one, then why is our heroine not conflicted about him and even says that he was just a fling at one point, yet magically seems to love him? What made the relationship between Brian and Mia work in the Fast series is you got to see it grow a little bit throughout the first movie. It wasn't a lot of pathos, but it was enough that you could understand why they liked each other so much. Here, I have no idea why these two are so in love, except they are both really attractive, I guess? We don't know who either of them is as a person to believe there's even a thought upstairs in either of their heads, so it has to be the sex. It can't be anything else. I can watch any movie. I don't care what it is. And I'm willing to like any film you put in front of me. I've seen some of the most vile stuff you couldn't imagine, and I love some of it. Hell, I've seen Backdoor Sluts 9. So I can deal with anything. As far as foreign films go, I loved Kill from last year, as well as The Girl with the Needle, and Kurosawa is one of the best filmmakers who has ever lived. So I don't care about where the movie comes from, as long as it is entertaining. And Carjackers is not that. It's a movie that borrows from dozens of other ones, then expects us to believe these strange relationships that only exist within the confines of the scriptwriter's head, and only act in whatever way is required of them based on each new scene. Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. I don't even know if anyone will watch this video, but I needed to do this review to remind myself that this shit exists and to not forget that it does. It's movies like this why morons like these people exist and get millions of views bitching that movies aren't the way they used to be. All this movie does is help their argument, even though they are wrong. Carjackers is a really bad movie, everyone. Just skip it. I give Carjackers 1 star and a golden turkey. I'll let you know at the end of the year if this ranks as one of the worst movies of 2025, but as of now, it has a front row ticket to that list. Okay, so Carjackers, did anyone even watch this movie? Please let me know. This movie is more of a video blog for myself, but if anyone has opinions on it, I would like to hear them, even if it's positive. Anyway, if you like this, please like and subscribe. Follow me on social media if you like. And until next time, I am Ghost.